They call him Penaldo because it's supposed to be some sort of insult that he scores a lot of his goals taking penalties. Well, as we've witnessed a few times, it's not easy to score on a penalty, is it now? Just ask Robert Lewandowski, just ask Alphonso Davies. So, hey, he ends up getting on the board first for Portugal, but it was a tight one against Ghana. They made things interesting. They tied it up 1-1, and then even after Portugal went up 3-1, Ghana came after them with a late goal, and we thought, oh boy, what's happening here? At that point, Cristiano Ronaldo had been subbed off as well, but they hold on for the win. KJ, when you look at the penalty that was awarded to Cristiano Ronaldo, are you in agreement?
No, I'm not in agreement. It wasn't a penalty. And I was watching it in an unbelievably loud media box center here. It's the most active media center I've seen since I've got here. There's been sellout here for media tickets. Many people Brazilian and many people unhappy. There was a lot of passionate Brazilians saying a lot of words and throwing a lot of arms around with Ronaldo flopping on the ground. Not many people were calling out Ismail Elfaf, but many people were having to go to Ronaldo for it. So I know, for me, look, it's a tough job, no doubt about it. I know there's contact, so I never expected VAR to overturn it. But I think if the referee had a bit more of a clearer look, in my opinion, it's not a penalty.
Where are you, Ollie?
I didn't think it was a penalty at all. And look, I'm not someone who wants VAR to intervene a lot. I'd like to see it used at the absolute minimum, but I thought that was, if not quite there, I thought it was really close to a clear and obvious error because it looked like a fair challenge for me, and that Ronaldo went down very easily as well. So I didn't think it was a penalty. In the end, Portugal do enough to make it a little bit less relevant. But yeah, tough one for Ghana for sure.
Football sometimes plays out this way because Ronaldo was robbed of a goal in the first half when he scored an open play, an absolute soft call. So look, I don't want to make this pick on VAR officials today, but they probably didn't review something when they should have on that pen and asked the referee to come over and take a look. And Ronaldo's goal in the first half should have stood as well. To me, the bigger storyline wasn't that moment. It was what Portugal's side would we see? And there's 3 absolute brain cramps by Portugal in the game. 2 of them ended up with the ball in the back of their net, and one was right at the end when the goalkeeper Costa puts down the ball. He didn't see the Inaki Williams behind him, and it almost ended in absolute, just unreal fashion. This was a game where Portugal should have been far and away the team that, this result shouldn't have been in doubt coming down the stretch. I thought that Bruno Fernandes was absolutely a difference maker in this game. His quality and range of passing is exceptional. Look, I'm just not sure. Ruben Diaz is a top center back. Is Danilo like the right center back partner for him? This is an imperfect Portugal side, but I do think they just have enough talent to be the dominant team in this group and cause some problems in this tournament. That doesn't have much to do with Ronaldo for me. It's the rest of the team around him. There's enough in it. Ruben Neves, Bruno Fernandes, their central midfield was excellent. So I think they're going to be okay in this group. And based upon first glance, they were deserving of that victory today.
I was wondering how Ronaldo was going to look because let's just call a spade, all the outside noise that's happening between his interview with Piers Morgan, Manchester United. They've agreed to mutually part ways. He's not going to get paid anything. The Glazers have now turned around and said, yeah, now we're exploring selling. I mean, there is a lot of stuff going on off the pitch. Jordan, as a player, that can obviously be very distracting. So when you saw him take to the pitch, he starts, he's wearing the armband. He's looking like the good old Cristiano Ronaldo we know. Were you also just impressed that he could block out the noise?
Ronaldo, he shows up for big occasions, loves playing for Portugal, and just loves when eyes are on him. He's that type of player. He doesn't feel satisfied if his team wins and he's not contributing with a goal. So you see him step up, and that's the most confident I've felt watching a game, seeing a guy about to take a pen. I know he's going to score. I know he's going to contribute. And that's just what he's done. And for 5 World Cups to be consistent and to be that guy that you're always called upon and you come clutch, there's something to be said. Whether you're a fan of him, whether the Manchester United fans are throwing things at him right now, regardless, you have to respect him for his longevity and the way that he's played the game.
Yeah, so he becomes the first man to score at 5 different World Cups, as we know on the women's side, Marta and our very own Christine Sinclair, who we're going to be hearing from a little later on in the show.